Stress management, a distress call to de-stress. Part 1. Okay guys, this is my distress call to de-stress. I need some help. Serious H-E-L-P help on empowering myself to de-stress. So yes, I guess this is my SOS call to de-stress, y'all. Hey, it rhymed, get it? SOS call to de-stress, y'all? I had to. Don't stress about it. Jeez.
I don't want to work today. Maybe I just want to stay. Just take it easy cause there's no stress. I know it's not enough for crime. Something special in my mind. Nothing's gonna cause me distress.
And it's time for another unbuckled bumpy ride with your guide, the stark raving LEAN-atic himself. I'm Jim. Let's jump right in again. Welcome to my podcast based on my brand new book, available on Amazon, Live Life Lean, L-E-A-N. It's a year-long guide to gratitude and our daily grind. The book that combines some timeless wisdom from a whole lot of the world's wiser people with the reflections, reactions, and wisecracks of the guide's author, me. And it guides you, the reader, through the simplest system for a happy, healthy, authentic, and genuinely grateful everyday experience. I urge you to get the book. Of course I do. I wrote it. It's either at Amazon or at my website, ampurage.com. A-M-M-P-U-R-A-G-E. But even without it, let's make next week better than last, our next year better than the past, and get started now with today's episode of... We have a new head honcho in the house on Pennsylvania Avenue. And along with that, of course, everybody's all up in arms and stressed out about what it all means. With that comes all new versions of the same old problems. All new faces with the same old titles. And that includes a new Surgeon General who's been making the news lately. I remember when I first became aware of the Surgeon General's warning. Pretty sure it was the label on a pack of ciggies. My old man was a big-time smoker back in the day. And though I never have, I think the whole sucking on a fire fuse so fascinated me. And then, when it became dangerous to drag on an unfiltered fag, British y'all, for cigarette, my good man. Well, I didn't want it because it was dangerous, but I wanted to understand it better. I wanted to wrap my brain around why a smart human brain like my dad's would do something harmful in a moment where they needed to take the edge off, to unwind and to de-stress from their distress. But the Surgeon General was warning us that it was dangerous so long ago. Remember, warning, like capital, all big caps, warning. The Surgeon General has determined that cigarette smoking can be harmful to your health, or dangerous or deadly or cancer-causing or pregnancy-wrecking or whatever. Okay, that's not what this episode is about. No, I'm not here to stress you out. Is there easier and harder days to deal with the realities like smoking and doing stuff that makes no sense in order to deal with the reality of our stress? Hell, the reality is that after this last 2021, last couple years, this universally unnerving upheaval, stress for us all, stress is the trash of our modern life. We all generate it. But if we don't dispose of it properly, and we allow it to build up, it will pollute our personal life and overtake our professional world. And I guess that's what today is really about. My personal SOS, distress call to de-stress. Now that should have a Surgeon General's warning label on it. Warning. Reality is the leading cause of stress for those in touch with it. So how do we realistically get better at not letting stress get the better of us without doing dumb stuff to de-stress? The smokes and the drinks and the heaven forbid, bigger, badder stuff that actually puts life existence at risk now. Not years away, like sneaking ciggies and, stealthy, stoli vodka. Overdose, anyone? I watched a video recently called Withdrawals, and the artist singing it said, "I'm going to make it, or I won't, and I'll overdose." Man, why do we disconnect from reality to de-stress and then try to deal with stress in ways that just cause more stress? Whatever way, unique to you, that you choose to choose. I mean, I both love and at the same time hate what the experts, or when at least the experts, tell us these big ways to deal with stress to make it not such a big deal. Like, go exercise. Well, okay, I'm a trainer, I gotta love that one, but still, get more sleep. And how exactly, let me ask you, do I get to sleep when I'm so stressed out that I can't shut off my brain? Oh, a drink or two maybe? No, that ain't it. Prioritize playtime, they'll tell you. Oh, so play instead of addressing what is so stressing. Okay, I'll work on that. How's that gonna work? Come on. And then there's the whole go walk it off approach. Some experts will tell you that one way to deal with stress is long walks. I mean, I like long walks. But honestly, I like them the most when the long walk is being taken by the SOB who stressed me the FOUT in the first place. All these types of things are good, but I gotta say, when you're in the middle of the shite storm, the crap hitting the fan crap, dropping everything and going to play, going to sleep, going to work out doesn't feel like any of it is gonna work out well. Because while we're working out, I can still be so focused on my high anxiety that my high blood pressure just gets worse, at least for the moment. And because while I'm playing, I can still be wrestling with my stress. Because while sleeping, I can be badly dreaming about my stress, if I even get to sleep at all. Sometimes these are Band-Aid benefits, and that may prevent or release some of our perceived pressure, which has some value, but preventing distress is our best bet to de-stress. Our greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. To choose to ask better, braver questions, and then breathe while we pay attention to and for the answers. And you want to know by now, if you've used your Live Life Lean guide, or if you've listened to these podcasts, or if you've worked with me, or just in some other way you've tolerated me by sharing the same planet with me, you ought to know that my favorite question in order to deal with the things that seem like such a big deal is it true? Is it true that, and then just fill in the blank, and then listen for and listen to the answer. It is the greatest empowering question that I know of all time. You can't always control what goes on your outside, but you can always learn to question it, and in so doing, control what goes on in your insides. I watch my cat do what we humans call play, with shoestrings and laser pointers, and playing, pussy paw whack-a-mole is what's instinctive to him. Yeah, Smokey, you're the world's greatest, smartest cat. I finally included you in an episode. Though, honestly, y'all, the reason Smokey is the world's smartest, greatest cat is because he's like one part cat, one part dog, and one part reincarnated human. I swear he understands English. So to my wife, Caroline, if Smokey's listening to this right now with you, you know he just understood me, and he's got his attitude turned on. So go scratch his head, tell him Daddy loves him anyways. I watch my cat do what we call play, with shoestrings and laser pointers, and in what is instinctive to him, chase it here, smack it there. Eventually, what was fun became frustrating and stressful to him. And he just gets up, walks away, tail in the air. Because he realized he couldn't trap what was triggering him. We need to realize that. See, no one can get inner peace by pouncing on it. Because inner peace comes with the balance between our perceived external reality compared and contrasted with our internal perceptions and perspective. Does what we see happening in front of us fit within the skill sets we instinctively can rely on and call upon that are inside of us? I'll say that again. Does what we see happening in front of us fit within the skill sets we instinctively can rely on and call upon that are inside of us? And the number one skill we all should instinctively call upon to both de-stress the bad stress and turn your personal stress into stress is to ask, is it true that, and fill in that blank. Get good, no, get great at filling in that blank in the most honest and therefore accurate of ways. Eustress, he said. Eustress, you ask? Well, what is eustress? Yeah, look it up. For those who aren't familiar with the term eustress, spelled E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S, no, it's not European stress. It's defined as moderate or normal psychological stress, interpreted as being beneficial for the experiencer. See, the key word here is interpreted. You are your own interpreter for recognizing stress as eustress. And just like any interpreter listening to the story and translating so another can understand what they're hearing and seeing really means, you have to be able to ask, is it true? And not just take everything at face value. Now, is it true? Is it true that asking myself, and sometimes even asking someone else that I trust, that you trust, what they think, asking the question, is it true? Is it true that it will empower you? And in so doing it, enable more eustress that does not so much leave you feeling stressed. Well, there's a first time for everything, y'all. And this is one of those. I said at the beginning, this was part 1. Tune in next time for part 2. Yep, cliffhanger time here. And if waiting and having to wait for that answer, or for any answer for that matter, if that feels uncomfortably stressful to you, then maybe that is the answer to, is that true? And now, more words of wisdom to wow your socks off from the Live Life Lean Guide itself. Page 70. When he sacrifices himself, man for a moment is greater than God. For how can God, infinite and omnipotent, sacrifice himself? At best, he can only sacrifice his only begotten Son. W.S. Malm. And the guide's point of view on this? Well, it sounds like it's spoken like someone who knows not the pure, pain-ridden love that a parent has for a child. For that child is the embodiment of their own heart, forever outside of their own body. So what do you think about this? Using the Live Life Lean guided system, what have you learned recently that's new? What have you earned that you're grateful for? It wasn't just handed to you. Where are you adding to the world that isn't just about you? Now reflect on all of this, respect it, show a little gratitude about it. And before you navigate somewhere next, please like, subscribe, and share to show you care. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying your copy of the Live Life Lean, L-E-A-N guide. Enjoying it almost as much as I did creating it. And if you don't have a copy yet, go on over to amperage.com or Amazon and get started today experiencing the amazing power of knowing every day is literally yours to be grateful about. And you need never feel unfulfilled again. I'm Jim Hall. And until next time, good health, God bless. And now, go get a little dirty learning something new. Earning what's not given to you. Adding to this crazy world that we share. And navigating your way to something new and next.